Wheel of the 2022 Chevy Bolt EV in the 2LT trim, and I'm going to take some time to showcase the interior of this thing. So starting like normal from left to right, over on the left you've got your window switches, you got your door locks up here, you've got your rear mirror adjust for your windows, you've got your door latch. Down low there's a Bose speaker, which I'll show you a better look on the passenger door. You've got a little dial to adjust the dim level of the gauge cluster as well as the light dial. Moving up to the gauge cluster, it is a full digital screen. It has a bunch of pages that you can select between. You can have an information, music, navigation, phone, change the configuration of the screen, and a settings screen. So I'm going to go through those screens right now. So on the information screen, starting from the top, you got blank. You got a trip screen, showcasing the distance and your average distance. Average speed. Tire pressure on all four corners. A timer. Driver assistance screen. And back to the blank screen. Going over to music, it'll display what you're listening to. So I'm currently listening to Pop 2K. Navigation, it's turn-by-turn navigation. I don't have anything set up, so currently it is displaying the direction of the vehicle. Phone, I don't have a phone connected as I am recording this on a phone right now. You can change the layout of the vehicle between modern and advanced. Kind of like the advanced screen better. And settings, allowing you to switch between units, speed warning, a tutorial screen, some open source software. I usually leave it right on this screen. Down low you see a checker flag that signifies the sport mode, which I'll showcase how it's enabled down on the center console when I get to that point. And also there is a regen symbol right here, which I'll showcase in just a moment what that means. Moving back to the steering wheel, how I was selecting between all the options over here on the left and the right. So you can see the little home symbol pointing an arrow over. So pointing an arrow to that direction allows you to select between different pages, and you just scroll this little dial right here and you can go in to that page. You also have talk and end call buttons right here. Over on the left, you've got our cruise control switches and a collision avoidance button as well. That regen that I had just mentioned, you'll notice that it's a typical Chevy steering wheel. Usually there's two paddles for some of the sportier vehicles, and you'll notice it has one lone paddle on the left. It has an arrow and what looks like a battery. This is not a paddle for the transmission at all. It is simply for regeneration. You can think of it as downshifting a manual vehicle or a dual clutch vehicle, but you must hold it, and it's kind of like it brakes and pulls that energy to charge the battery. So when you pull it and hold it from, let's say you're coasting down a hill, or really coasting to any sort of stop situation, stop sign or anything, I just imagine more of the energy will be harnessed if you're coasting down a hill. Just pull on this and hold it, and it'll slow you down and harness that energy. It's kind of a cool feature. Give you a better look at the steering wheel. The engine start stop button is located behind the steering wheel. And you've got this full big screen over here, fully touchscreen. This is the home screen. Displays just what you're listening to if your phone's connected, but over the next page over showcases all the apps of the vehicle. So you got audio, phone, which I kind of basically showed over there. Energy is a really cool screen for the purposes of the vehicle. So it's kind of got two pages and then different options. So on the energy, shows you where the flow of the power is coming from. Obviously the battery under the car. Details, showcasing what's happened since the last charge. Driving, how much things are doing. So driving and accessories, climate settings, and battery conditioning. Showcasing what impacts basically how fuel efficient you are. the history. You can reset it should you wish. And charging, showcasing you obviously that there's no charger plugged in. If you were to plug in a charger, it would let you know when it would be ready. And a little gauge over here showcasing you how much power you have, which is representative of the gauge up here as well. Users, you can create profiles. Settings, you can change everything like time and date, language, phones, your Wi-Fi, networks, the Wi-Fi hotspot, device remote access, your display, sounds, voice, vehicle software updates, preferences, everything you can think of. All your apps, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you can check them on or off should you wish. Vehicle settings, rear seat reminder, climate, collision detection systems, comfort and lighting, door locks, remote lock, teen driver, and valet mode. This is where the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto were. You got different apps should you wish, should they load. I don't believe there are any actually installed in the vehicle. That's why they particularly might be taking a while loading. There you go. That's because it needed the Wi-Fi, as you can see, 4G LTE. You got Amazon Alexa, audiobooks, Pandora, Spotify, whatever you can think of. You got Wi-Fi hotspot. You got OnStar services. You got climate controls, digitally as well as down low, which I'll showcase in a second. You got camera, which showcases different views of the vehicle. So right now it's showing you what's directly in front of the vehicle. This is kind of an above front view, above back view. I should also note what's behind vehicle. Front and back wheels. Kind of a mixed view. I just prefer to kind of see front when I'm pulling in the spots. You got Sirius XM, you got My Chevrolet, which you can download, and Spotify. Down low, this is where you have all the manual climate control buttons that I had just shown digitally. You also have heated steering wheel, heated seats for both driver and passenger right here. Down low, this is a nice little cubby spot for your phone, charge pad. A little bit behind that, you got 3 buttons. So right here, you've got like a lane assist button. Push it, light comes on, illuminates the dash as well, turns off. The bigger button is traction control off. Push it, which puts the normal traction control indicator up top. And then the sport button that I had mentioned, where I have the flag. I push it, turn it off, push it again, sport mode's on. So what sport mode does, it just changes the throttle response of the vehicle. It does not unlock any more power. You have the same amount of power if you were at full throttle in normal mode or sport mode. Just the path to get to full throttle, you will get more of the power in sport mode quicker. So there's no, you're not losing out on power by leaving this vehicle in the normal mode. A little bit behind that, you've got a little cubby hole for your key, and then you've got the button selectors for the gears. So you've got park, reverse, neutral, drive. Reverse and drive are little latches, and neutral and park are buttons. So you kind of like pull up on these latches for reverse and drive. And then you also have a hold button for your, should you wish to relax your foot at a stoplight. Over on the right, you've got a parking brake tab as well. You got 2 cup holders. Little armrest. It's pretty deep. Over on the passenger side, got a glove box. Get you a look at the Bose speaker system throughout the vehicle. Shot at the passenger door. Seats in the vehicle. The second row. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2022 Chevy Bolt EV, the 2LT trim. If there's some feature that I didn't go into depth on that you want some details on, drop a comment below, and I'd love to chat with you, find some answers that I can. Thanks for watching.